person who's into it is somebody who uses the resources, asks a lot of questions, interacts with us, challenges us on certain things because we don't do what martial arts do. It's like they've been taught, specific defenses to specific attacks. They've been taught to wait for the person to make an attack. They've been taught to, a lot of them it's all about sparring.
Yeah.
And they've been taught to, they've also been told that they need, decades upon decades of training. And this is from people whose businesses depend on their training longer and more often.
That's right.
I mean, if you train with us for a year, you could be an instructor.
Yep.
That's it. Why? Because we're not sparring. We're not, I don't want to seem like, we're coming off like, oh, some badass, look, dude, I met a lot of tough people, in judo and wrestling and karate. I've also met a lot of paper tigers too. I met more paper tigers than tough people. And a lot of the tough people were kind of tough before they already got there. There's just people who are, they've got a proclivity to, for physicality. It's like somebody who's got a natural ability for stuff. So, yeah, that, is. So anyway, we're not doing forms. We're not doing, you're not have to memorize a shit ton of like random, little individual moves for different attacks. So, so somebody, once they understand the principles and they demonstrate it and they develop the core skills, and they can communicate it, they can, teach it. And now when we say we have our instructor program, which you run, it's not, okay, thank you for your money. How you doing? Keep it moving. It's, you got to get certified. So there's a process and a coaching process beyond all this, where we make sure we have eyes on you to make sure that you are doing it and you can communicate the skills that you're teaching and the concepts that we, that make the self-defense training system what it is.
Absolutely.
So the videos are just part of it, and it's a way for you to get to know us. And again, we got people that are just, well, I didn't mean this, I didn't mean that. A lot of them are coming back, 30 and 60 days later, and we're like, sorry. We've had instances where, kids have logged on and used their parents' accounts to access the stuff. Again, why, if their kid isn't interested in this stuff, why aren't you, I think that's an opportunity for you to work with your kid. Absolutely. And be like, okay, let's do this together, and be a parent rather than be like, it's not like they're buying a video game.
Yep.
The kid is trying to, learn something. They looked up self-defense. They saw something they liked.
Yep.
Right. And these aren't, a toddler's not going to be doing this.
No, and you know what? They looked up self-defense for a fucking reason. There's a reason why they looked it up. So, acknowledge that.
Right. But, no. That's like, I'm too worried about the $30 I've just spent.
That's right.
Anyway, so...